Hello and welcome to another film review with Pen and Steve. Yesterday we went to the cinema and I'd chosen the film and I don't think Steve was bothered either way. Am I correct?
I took a pillow and a blanket.
Yeah, he did think he'd fall asleep. What was the film? It was Mr. Burton. Not a very inspiring title. You think, yeah, what's that all about? Well, it was about the Welsh actor Richard Burton and his early life before he became the velvet-voiced actor that he was. Cast. Do you want to talk about the cast? Toby Jones. What do we know Toby from?
He was the postmaster.
He was Mr. Bates in Mr. Bates versus the
He's
Post
been in
Office.
lots of things, to be honest.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Indiana Jones movies. He's quite a little figure, and you could almost laugh at him, really, couldn't you? Because he's small
he's
and
very weird
squat.
looking. I'll put a picture in.
Yeah,
Just so you can see.
He is, and you think, oh, okay. Leslie Manville, she is an excellent actress. Now in this, they kept calling her, or Toby Jones referred to her as Ma. Well, we don't know her as Ma, we know her as
Mum.
If you've never watched the BBC comedy Mum, give it a go. It is really good. She's also been in lots of things. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, Sherwood. She was in Emmerdale when it was called Emmerdale Farm. That's how long ago it was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. But she's a fantastic actress.
Yeah. And then the main, well, you're not saying the main star. The person who portrayed Richard Burton was called Harry Lorty. He had a face that looked familiar.
You could smack.
But he's not actually been. No, that's his character. You could have smacked, I think. Not actually been in a lot. But one thing is,
he was a bit of an arsehole, wasn't he?
He was
Richard
really.
Burton, to be honest.
Yeah, Magpie Murders is what Harry Lorty's been in, and that was also starred Leslie Manville. And then there was
Dave.
Stefan Rodri, Dave Coaches from Gavin and Stacey. Again, he's been in Harry Potter. I've written it down as well. Oh, Steeltown Murders. Lots of stuff. Really good. But the story. Richard Burton came from a very, very poor family in Port Talbot in Wales. His mum died when he was 2. And his older sister brought him up. And he was the first child who was going to go finish their education. We're not talking university at this point, we're talking just finishing the education. His sister's husband was a miner. His dad was a miner, a drunken miner.
Let's be fair. Everybody was a blatant miner.
Yeah, his dad was a real drunk. His mum and dad met at this pub called the Miners' Arms, actually. Just a little piece of information I picked up. Anyway, and Richard, as I say, was brought up by his sister and her husband, and the husband just said, I can't do it anymore, we can't support him, he's got to go to work. But Richard actually loved school and he loved his lessons with Mr. Burton. Richard goes off to work.
See where this is going?
Richard goes off to work.
Don't get married.
Goes off to work at the local co-op. Hates it, but he's trying to pay his way. Anyway, Mr. Burton encourages him to act in amateur dramatics, and Richard decides, I actually want to be an actor. So Mr. Burton really, really helped him.
Richie,
as he was called there. Yeah, they all called him Richie. Mr. Burton really, really helped him. Took him up a mountain. Well, they'd probably call it a hill, and said, you've got to scream because your voice, it's not shouting, it's where it comes from. And yeah,
he creates, this man creates Richard Burton.
Because he's like, here, wasn't it? It was here.
Yeah.
It was, Richie was saying here, and I can't do it, in a Welsh accent. and Mr. Burton was getting him to say here and enunciate his words. And yes, well, in the end, I don't want to tell them the story.
No,
You know the story.
I thought you was going.
Yeah,
I thought
in
you
the
was doing the
end,
whole bloody film.
I know. This was the Phoenix, Richard Burton, rising from the ashes, and the film is magnificent. Did you fall asleep?
No.
Did you want to fall asleep during the film?
Yeah. There are people in this film. It won't get the accolades it deserves. It is. She's already said it. From me, they had no guns, no shooting, no people flying through windows, setting on fire. It was fantastic. It was well worth watching. Toby Jones is tremendous, and if I had my say, get an Oscar.
Your words when we left the cinema were, that was...
Are my flies undone?
Yeah, I said I did them up. That was excellent, if not the best film we've seen this year. And you know how much we rated Last Breath. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, on a par, but this tops it.
True story.
True
story.
Well, there was some...
yeah, okay, there always there's artistic license. Always. But oh my God.
We can't really tell you because obviously...
It will spoil it.
But
You won't need to go.
obviously, Mr. Burton, the school teacher, it works out that he becomes... he gives him his name.
Yeah.
And they don't get married.
No, it's...
Although there was an accusation.
Yeah, but it every single character or actor that we've named there were brilliant. But the supporting cast, the supporting cast were excellent too. And when you hear Harry Lawty being Richard Burton in later years,
I actually shut my eyes. I shut my eyes during the film.
So did I. Just to hear. It was that good.
Yeah, it was.
Right. Brilliant.
Stars.
5.
Otherwise we're going to give
5, 5, 5.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Yeah, brilliant film. Go to see it if you can. And if you do like these videos, please don't forget to comment, like, hit the little bell button down there, and you'll be notified every time we put on a new video.
All right then.
Thanks for watching. Go see the film.
Absolutely. Keep viewing.